Photo games here with
ImDoneItsOver.
on YouTube, and what are we trying to play today?
We're going to give SandLand Tactical Battles a try.
Yep, we neither of us have played it, but we've both kind of read over the rules before, but we still got to really learn it. But
Yep. This will be a tricky one, folks.
yeah, he's thinking it's not really suited to webcam, but we can try it. Oh, and I hate when they put the rules on the back of the play, man. That's the worst.
Yeah. No, that's what I was doing, is going over those again. I've seen a couple of the how to play videos, but players shuffle, draw 12 cards. Each player places their leader in their leader area. Put two playmats together. Players set the water counter to 0 in the center. Use a random method to decide first player. Each player places 8 cards from their hand face down in a 2x4 play area. The remaining 4 cards in each player's hand are added to the player's scrap area. Scrap area is face down and go to action phase. Okay, so 8 cards from their hand. Choose a random with 4 players place their 8 cards. Players who passed first in the previous round. Okay, starting player. All right. Third and fourth for the loser. All right, action points. Action phase consists of 3 rounds. Players alternate turns, which consist of actions. The starting player in each round takes 1 action on their first turn. Subsequent turns consist of 2 actions or 0-1 actions in passing. Once both players pass, the round is over. Once a player can no longer make an action, they must pass. When a player is able to take an action but does not wish to, they may pass. Once a player passes, the opponent may make as many actions as they like in a row until they also pass. End of round procedures. Each player readies all their exhausted cards. Any tactics that is attached to an asset stay attached. Each player counts up the water on all assets in play and their leader. The player with the larger total pulls water equal to the difference in total. If it is the end of the third round, the winner of the skirmish is the player who has the most water counters on their side of the track. Okay, and if it's 0, it's there. What is an action? To take an action, choose a ready card on your side. If it is face down, turn it up and either pay the scrap cost or trash it. Trashing a card finishes your action, and then that card is sent to the discard area. If you pay the scrap cost, you may use an activated effect on the card, after which you may either move or attack with it. Player may choose to neither move nor attack. You can choose to move. Okay. If the card is an asset location, you may not choose to move. After the action is finished, the asset card is exhausted. If you reveal one of your tactic cards this way, play the scrap cost, simply move it to the tactic area. Some cards have an activated effect. This is optional. Boy, howdy. All right. Place your asset tactics face down. Your deck here, asset, scrap used to pay. Keep track of the number of rounds and the number of skirmishes. Putting 2 playmats together, there will be 2 water tracks visible. Only a single water track and a single water counter is used to play the game. Draw 4 cards. Okay. The phase of each skirmish is as follows. Draw 4 cards, play 8 cards, place 4 cards in the scrap area. See, that's the part that confuses me. If we have 12 cards and we play 8, that gives you 4. The phases of each skirmish are as follows. Draw 4, play 8, action phase. Draw, each player draws 4. The step is skipped before the first skirmish. Each player places 8 cards from their hand face down. Remaining 4 cards in each player's hand are added to the player's scrap. Players face off against one another. Players move all the scrap to the used area, to the scrap area. Cards in play, tactic area, discard. How to win a skirmish. A player wins if the water token is reached 5 spaces on their side. A player wins if there are no more assets left in the opponent's play area. If this happens simultaneously, the winner, whose turn it is. Okay, at the end of the round 3 in a skirmish, the winner is the player who has the water token on their side. Since players draw 4 cards in their draw step, they will have 4 additional scrap for each skirmish in the game. That is 4 scrap in the first skirmish, 8 scrap in the second, and 12 scrap in the third. Scrap begins each skirmish unused. When it's used, you pay for a card, becomes used, and it's moved to the used area. Clean up stuff, return to the scrap area. Okay. A neighbor is a friendly card in any adjacent space. Attacking and moving. To move the card, select a slot on your 4x2 grid to move a card to that slot. If a slot is occupied, the card there swaps location. Attacking can only attack from the front row, can only attack an opposing card. An opposing card is one that is in the row directly in front. Okay, so it doesn't look like we move on to each other's boards. That's good.
Yeah, nah.
Attacking card damages to the target equal to the attack value of the attacking card. All right, if the card is a tactic card, it is moved to the tactics area. Front row is empty. All cards in their back row are immediately pushed one space forward to the front row. All right. So if the front row is ever empty, and if everything in the back gets pushed up. Okay. All right, so that is water there. Tactic area, used scrap. Leader, discard deck. Okay. But yeah, we'll just use dice to keep track of HP totals and whatever. Units on 4. Ooh, okay. So that'll be the leader. So I've got general RA. Units in front row have +1 attack. Oh, in my front row. Okay. Well, that's the scrap cost.
And then we've got some cards that we can add in, but I guess it's probably best to leave those alone. But
yeah, until we figure out what's actually going on with it.
I think these are my extra deck or whatever extra.
Yep. Yeah, that would be these things right here, the Beelzebub and all that.
Yeah, the side deck.
These are all extras. Okay, so this isn't terrible. So what is the determining factor to ending a round? Not having anything to do? Alright. First skirmish, first round. Starting player chosen randomly before players place that. Alright, action phase. Starting player takes 1 action on their first turn. Subsequent turns consist of 2 actions or 0 through 1 actions and passing. Both players pass. The round is over. Once a player can no longer make an action, they must pass. When a player is able to take an action, does not wish to, they may pass. Once a player passes, their opponent may make as many actions as they want in the row until they also pass. That is confusing. 3 rounds. Players alternate turns, which consist of actions. The starting player in each round takes 1 action on their first turn. Okay, subsequent turns are 2 actions. Once both players pass, the round is over. All right. Each player readies all their exhausted cards. Any tactics that are attached to an asset stay attached. Each player counts up the water on all assets in play and their leader. The player with the larger total pulls water equal to the difference in total. Okay. All right. I think I'm seeing what's going on here. What is the action? If it is face down, turn it face up, pay the scrap cost, or trash it. Trashing the card finishes your action. And then that card is sent to the discard area. If you pay a scrap cost, you must use the activated effect of the card. All right. Interesting. Water doesn't matter until the end of the first thing. How to pay scrap is just like a used pile or resting it. Neighbor is there, game sequence. Game consists of 3 skirmishes. The phase of each skirmish are as follows. 4, skip this during your first skirmish. Play 8 cards. Place 4 cards in the scrap area. Action phase. Draw. Each player draws 4 cards. This step is skipped during the first skirmish. Each player places 8 cards from their hand face down. Remaining 4 cards in each player's hand are headed to there. Players move all scrap from used area. Okay, what do you make of this game sequence thing? The phases of each skirmish are as follows. Draw 4 cards. play 8 cards. Place unplayed 4 cards in the scrap area. Action points cleanup.
I'm gonna go
So,
to the expanded rules to kind of look at that. But all right, scrap. Scrap is gained when a player discards their unplayed cards from hand in the play step. 2, 1, 3. Since players draw 4 new cards in the draw step, they will have 4 additional scrap for each skirmish in the game. That is 4 scrap in the first skirmish, 8 scrap in the second, 12 in the third. More scrap may enter the scrap area through card effects. Scrap begins each skirmish unused in the scrap area. Scrap area. Used and unused. And when it's used to pay for a card or effect, it becomes used as it's moved to the used area. In the cleanup step, all used scrap is returned to the scrap area. Scrap is not returned to a player's hand during the cleanup step. Some effects may allow you to reclaim scrap. When you reclaim scrap, move it from the used area to the scrap area. If the player has no used scrap, reclaim will have no effect. Some effects may put cards into scrap. When cards are added to scrap with effects, they are added to the scrap area. When cards are in the scrap, you ignore all info described in 328 and 335 unless the effect says otherwise. Scrap is always face down.
okay. So the idea of it is at the start of the game, we play 8 characters. With the 8 things that we play, we're not going to be able to pay for all of them, I would assume. So after we're done doing and paying for what we have in play, we would draw 4 more cards to our scrap, and then we would start the second thing, and it's kind of like a 2 out of 3 thing, or until our boards are wiped. Is that what you're getting from it too?
I wasn't keeping it up. I was really trying to pull up these lists so I don't have to flip back to the.
Oh, okay. So you're pulling up the rules from the website and whatever? Okay.
Each player places 8 cards from their hand face down in the 2x4 area. The remaining 4 in each players are added to the scrap area. Yeah, so I mean, it sounds pretty straightforward. So.
All right, then let's give that a shot. All right, so we will shuffle up. Deck area down here. Draw 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 10. I actually picked up all 12. That's cool. That's a rarity. And then we look at the hand and we play down what we would like, where we would like. Oh yeah, well, we should probably decide who goes this first, huh?
Okay, and Anne's ability is to tap her, heal your units 1. Each unit heals this way has +2 attack this turn. And she's got a 3 water thing on the bottom. Do you know what the water thing is about?
Yeah, water is kind of the whole premise of the SandLand universe. You're living in a desert, so you're trekking down and trying to get water.
Yep.
So whoever has the most water by the end of the 3rd skirmish will win the game.
Okay. But you don't track the water during every skirmish, just the 3rd.
Yep. So we go until we pass. Then we draw 4 cards to add to the scrap, it looks like. That way we have 8 resources to play. Then we continue playing until everybody's dead, or somebody has pulled the scrap all the way to, or the water all the way to 5.
Okay.
Let's do. Interesting. All right, so I'm going to first do that one. Yep. Okay, so 1, 2, 3,
And then you don't have to pay for these cards that you're setting up, though?
You actually do. That's what paying the scrap is. When you flip it, or if something is targeted and flipped, you have to pay the scrap to keep it in play. Otherwise, it's discarded.
Okay.
So that's kind of the trick to it. And we're going to do that. So I've got my 8. That means these 4 go into scrap. Okay, just nice. All right, so this should be rather interesting. Starting to get dark over here, so I'll turn the light on. Let's see, what time even is it?
And
Yeah, it starts getting dark over where I'm at, like 4 o'clock now. This is freaking crazy.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
All right, so I have General RA with an ongoing ability. Units in your front row have +1 attack. So whatever I've got in my front row here, got to be very wary because they could be very strong.
All right, I've got Anne, and she has a tap. Heal your units 1. Each unit healed this way has +2 attack this turn.
Ooh, that's pretty nice. Alrighty. All right, so I rolled for the turn. I rolled a 1, so it'll be, you roll yours and see how many higher than me you get.
And you're rolling a d20, right?
No, I just rolled a d6, so I'm going to keep these for life purposes.
I don't even know where my d6s are at. Right.
No, we can do a d20 if you really want to, because I didn't like my roll of 1 anyway.
No, I got some right here.
Got some? All right. So yeah, I was a big fan of the manga that came out in the early 2000s for this, and then when I found out there was an actual anime, I was like ecstatic for it to come to Hulu. I watched the Japanese stuff only to find out that they had an English release, so I rewatched it in complete English, which was cool. They've got a video game out for it now and a card game. I do not yet own the video game, but I plan to. And this card game is a Bandai game, so we'll see where that takes us.
And I see it like on discount some places, but we'll see where it goes though.
Yeah, I just got my starter brick from eBay, but I won an auction at like $20.
Oh man, you can't beat that, man. $20.
Yeah, six sealed decks for $20. I was like, hell yeah. Oh. And there's 10 different varieties of these decks, and I would really like to get all 10 varieties.
Oh yeah.
So now that you made me crack this to play, now I'm going to have to start cracking the other ones to see what decks I do have versus what decks I don't and what ones I have to track down.
Oh yeah. Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, because I'm definitely going to be a completionist for this game, especially since there's not too awful much for it.
Yeah.
Let's see how it plays, because that'll be the final nail in the coffin. If it plays well, I'll start demoing it locally in the area.
Okay, yeah, that'll be nice. Yeah,
it'll be my first play of this, and if it's something cool, I'll demo it to the local game shop.
Oh yeah, I like a good cheap game to get into. That's my favorite.
Yeah, this is 1, a Bandai game, and 2, a very obscure game. Not a lot of people know what SandLand is, so it'll go over their head. But if the game plays compelling enough, people can learn.
Definitely.
All right, so you rolled higher than me, so you have the option of flipping one of your cards and paying the scrap.
And let's see if I really do roll higher than you. Yeah. All right, so flip one of my cards and playing some scrap. All right.
Yep.
And of course, I can look at them. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So revealing swimmers, which is a 2 water, 2 attack, 3 health, 0 drop.
All right, so that's a freebie for you.
Yeah.
I will. So you have your 1 action, then I can make 2 actions, I think. Is that what it says? Since I am the second player. First player makes 1. Starting player in each round takes 1 action, so that's you. Subsequent turns consist of 2 actions, or 0 and 1. So I can reveal and then attack if I wanted to. So I am going to...
Man, like, you don't deal with Macs, do you? Mac computers?
To what?
I say you don't deal with Mac computers, do you?
All right, so I am going to reveal the tank and spending 1 scrap to be able to play that. And the tank is going to... Let's see, I can do 3 damage. And how big is your swimmers guy?
It's a 2/3.
He's a 2/3. All right, so my tank is going to shoot your swimmers for 3 damage. And yet, I believe you do 2 back to me since we're doing a battle.
Okay.
All right, so my 3 to your 3 kills your guy, and I take 1 damage because of my armor 1 ability on this unit, the tank. So I have 4 life left on tank.
Okay.
All right, and that is my 2 actions. It goes back to you.
And your guy's a 3/4, right?
Yep, it is a 3/4 now.
Okay. Right. 2 damage. Right. And let me go over these actions for the folks at home. An action phase consists of up to 3 rounds. Players alternate turns, which consist of actions. Starting player, each round takes 1 action. Subsequent turns consist of 2 actions. 0 to 1 actions in passing. Once both players pass, the round is over. Once a player can no longer make an action, they must pass. When a player is able to take an action, but does not wish to, they may pass. Once a player passes, the opponent may make an action as they like in a row until they also pass. End of round procedure. Each player readies all their exhausted cards, assets, tactics, and leaders. Any tactic that is attached to an asset stays attached. Each player counts up the water on all assets in play and their leader. The player with the larger total pulls water equal to the difference in totals. In the end
So
of
right
the
now,
third
I've
round.
got 5 water in play because of the 2 water on my tank and the 3 on my general RA.
Okay.
And my tank actually would have done 4 damage because general RA's ability is an ongoing. Units in my front row have +1 attack.
Okay.
So as long as I can kill your guys in 1 hit, then you can't heal them with your girl.
This is true. Alright, just getting these actions myself. If it's face down, you may turn it up either way and either pay the scrap cost or trash it. Trashing a card finishes your action, and then that card is sent to the discard area. If you pay the scrap cost, you may use an activated effect on the card, after which you may either move or attack with it. A player may choose to neither move nor attack. If the card is an asset location, you may not choose to move. After the action is finished, the asset card is exhausted. If you reveal one of your tactic cards this way and decide to pay the scrap cost, simply move it to the tactics area, to your tactics area. Activated effects. Some cards have an activated effect. This is optional. It may be used before the card moves or attacks. Alright, move. To move a card, select any slot in the 4x2. Attack an asset. Can only attack from the front row and the diagonal.
Yeah, front row unless you've got an ability that says otherwise.
Diagonal, front right, pursuit. Okay.
Anything in the front row can attack anything in the opponent's front row.
Okay. Alright,
So your actions right now are to flip something and pay its scrap, and then you can move that something or attack with that something. But if it's got an activated ability, upon flipping and paying the scrap cost, you can immediately activate the ability.
Okay. And that guy's a 3. You say that guy is a
3/4 with armor, so it takes 1 less damage and attacks.
Okay. 3/4, but it's already got what? How much damage on it? 4?
It's got 1. Okay, we're going to count how much damage it's got on it.
Yeah.
It's got 1 damage currently on it. So it needs 4 more damage.
It's a 3/4.
Yep.
Okay.
It's a 4/4 technically because of my General Gao. Or General RA.
Okay, but it needs 3 more damage, right?
Needs 4 damage.
Let me zoom this thing again. Okay, so it started out. Well, yeah. Right. 3. So the base stats of it are 3, 4.
Yeah, base stats are a 3/5 for my
3,
tank.
5. Okay. Cost 1. Okay. 3, 5. And exhaust abilities, those are instant, right? Or is that an action too?
If it's an exhaust ability, I would assume that would be an action.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Hmm. Okay. I'll tap Princess. I'll flip a Princess Anne. She's a 1-drop.
Okay.
So, do you reveal the scrap when you spend it?
Oh, no, the scrap is always face down. That's just a face down thing.
Okay. All right. So spending 1 scrap to play Princess Anne, and she has stealth, which is a unit with stealth can't be targeted by an attack unless there are no legal targets without stealth. And she has an ongoing ability. This unit has +2 water while in the front row.
Oh, crap.
So,
Yep, that's good.
I guess you'll go ahead and swing on. I don't know if she said it.
We can attack into face down cards as well. That would force them to be flipped and me to pay the scrap immediately on them or discard them. So that's kind of the trick to the face down thing.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like a winner. So I don't know if so I'll tap on your.
This one?
Yeah, that one.
This one or this one? This one?
Yeah, that one.
All right, so that'll be flipped. That is a 0-cost shark, and it's agile. This unit may both move and attack in either order. All right, so as it's 0, I don't have to pay the cost for it, so that's good. And you're attacking me with how much?
That's 2.
2? All right, so then it will be enough to kill shark. That goes in my discard pile.
What about the counterattack?
I was just reading over the attack thing on the rule sheet, and it's not saying clearly if there's a defensive attack back.
Okay, let me go to the. Okay, finally worked, man. Boy.
Attack discard. If it's moved to the tactics area and attack does not damage, player's front row is empty, all cards move off.
You know
I'm just looking at attacking and moving.
I kind of want to say this game might have a counterattack keyword. I'm not sure.
You know what? That might be it. So my tank won't take any damage. It'll just be there. And Shark is actually dead now, so that doesn't matter. And there's no reprisal damage on yours. Yeah, counterattack might very well be a keyword.
Scon has the counterattack keyword. When his unit is attacked, it is not defeated. It attacks back to the attacking unit.
Yeah, okay, yeah, the Beelzebub over here. Yeah, it's got the counterattack on it.
Okay.
Yep.
So everything doesn't counterattack. So you wouldn't have taken any damage when you attacked into me, or how does that go?
Nope, I wouldn't have taken any damage in that instance. I attacked into your character, and that's how that worked. All right, so you have a girl that is stealth, but I can't target it with my tank either because my tank already took the attack action, exhausting it for the turn. So my only option is to flip something and then do something with that because currently she's your only card in play, so there is no other valid target, so I can technically attack her.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And she has how much life?
6.
She's a 6? Holy crap.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see what I want to do. Yep, we'll do this. We will reveal Guppy, pay 1 scrap for Guppy. And Guppy has the range keyword. This unit can attack any asset on the opponent's side. And on reveal, this unit has +3 attack this turn. So I will attack. Guppy has a innate attack of 2 plus 3, and we'll put 5 damage on that Ann.
5. Ridiculous. Right.
So Guppy just sniped Ann from the back row. And that's my 2 actions.
Okay. And he has the sniper. What's the sniper keyword or whatever? Range.
He's got ranged, which means he can attack from anywhere to anywhere on your board.
Okay.
But now that he has already been revealed and already used his ability, he no longer has the reveal text of +3, so he's just a 2/5.
Okay. Oh. Yeah, it's a cool game so far.
I get it, all right. That's okay. I'm starting to see how this thing goes. Got it. Interesting.
Man, so the actions are, of course, attacking,
moving, or flipping a card to be able to do something.
Yep, and all of those cost 1 action.
Yep. Like flipping it will be 1 action, and then attacking with it is the second action that I've been taking. And when you attack with something, it becomes exhausted, so you can't actually, use these again in future turns.
In the agile keyword, what about that?
The what?
The agile keyword. I'll read it. I got it right here. When a player takes an action with a unit with agile, the unit may both move and attack in either order. If an asset gets agile from multiple sources, it stacks. For example, if an asset has agile and another card gives it agile, it may move twice each turn.
Yeah, so basically you can move and attack in any order with agile. Usually you would move and then attack, but you can attack and then move with agile.
Okay.
So when you attack, you exhaust the card, unless it's got an exhaust keyword like your Ann leader card does. Attacking exhausts and exhaust keywords exhaust. So with the agility, you could attack something, not be exhausted, and then you could perform a move. That's the only thing you could do with it.
Okay.
You couldn't attack twice with it or anything. That's the way I'm understanding it. Anyhow.
So I'm reading the extended rules. 764 exhaust effect. These effects are found on leader and tactic cards. You can activate the effect on such a card at any time during your turn, even after performing your 2 actions.
Okay. So they do have a longer rule book. Holy cow.
Yeah, it's on
yeah, I got it.
I'll try to send it. Okay, yeah.
Wow. Cool, right. Cool. It's nice that they have that on the website, not in any of these decks, huh?
Yeah, weird.
Alright, so we got armor, ranged, armor piercing, counterattack, taunt, splash, stealth, poison, agile, heals. Alright. Exhaust effect. These effects are found on leaders and tactics. You can activate them to exhaust things. Moving. Occupied. Swamps locations. Moving card. Turning a card face down. Why would you turn a card face down? That's weird. Alright, so both players, action phase. Ready's all exhausted. Alright, I see it. Alright, so it's on you. What's your place?
Yeah. This is weird. That guy's dead. And let's just go Row Mastery. Spin 2 scrap.
Nice.
And then on reveal, this turn, this unit takes no damage.
Right, so on reveal, he does what?
This turn, this unit takes no damage. On reveal, this turn, this unit takes no damage.
Okay. So if you were to attack into something with a counterattack keyword, that'd be vital. All right.
Okay.
And you can attack things that are already exhausted on my board if you wanted to start whittling down tank or whatever. You just can't touch Guppy right yet.
Yeah. Man, since there's no counterattack. Yeah, that's weird. No counterattack. We're sure that it's a no counterattack. I mean, it says.
Yeah, because
I mean,
counterattack's a keyword on like this Beelzebub over here.
Yeah, so gotta be.
See that yellow up there?
Yeah.
And that says counterattack. When this unit is attacked, if it is not defeated, it attacks back at the attacking unit.
Yep,
The attacking unit must be a legal target.
All right.
So yeah, you were right initially. Counterattack is a keyword. Otherwise, it's just me attacking into you, you taking damage until you're dead, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
You're looking to either clear the board or pull as much water as you can.
Yeah, let's go ahead and go into the let's get that front row that's next to the tank.
So this one right here?
Yep.
All right, so that'll be another tank. It's 1 scrap cost. And attacking into that, he's got armor, which reduces the damage by 1. What's the attack strength of your bow there?
3.
3, so I will take 2 damage on that. So that leaves me with 2 health. All right. And since you attacked into that character, I now have that character to attack with if I wanted to on my turn. That's interesting. All right, so
maybe quickly yeah, it's gonna probably throw me off. I'm thinking, yes, you got the 2 damage on there. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. All right, I am going to reveal Pike. Costs me 0, and he's got an active ability or an activate ability. Let's see what that actually says for activate ability. Activate ability. Scrap, water, action phase, actions. This card to the left is an activate ability. If used, pull 1 water and the opponent uses 1 scrap. All right. You have cards with an activated effect. This is optional. You may be used before a card moves or attacks. So that would be an action, is using an activated effect. Got it. All right, so that's what I think I will do. I will reveal for my 1 action, and my 2nd action will be to use his activate ability. Reveal a face-down card. It costs +1 scrap or is trashed. I assume that means I can do that to something of yours. So we will take the one directly behind Anne and force you to reveal it and add it to, add 1 scrap to it.
Read that one again.
Should in theory make kill something.
Read that one again.
Pike has an activated ability. He costs 0 scrap for me to reveal, so I revealed him. And I'm using the active ability. It says reveal a face-down card. It costs +1 scrap or is trashed.
Okay. All right. So this one is assistance. It's a natural 0. But
it costs 1 if you decide you want to use it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, it goes to the scrap or the trash pile.
All right. And attached, chosen unit has agile, which means this unit may both move and attack in either order. And it has armor piercing. This unit's damage ignores armor on the target, and +1 attack.
Well, shit, that's something you might want to actually use then, huh?
Yeah, I think I'll spin this scrap right here. Well, maybe. I got 1 left.
Yep.
Looking at my face down. Man, let me look at how much water you have over there. You have what? How much water?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah. And then what kind of benefit do you get for that water? 2.
So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 water. So I will pull to my side the difference in water between the 2 of us.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go ahead and equip this. Yeah, for one.
Okay. And if I hit 5, then I'll win.
Okay.
All right, so my play is done. You're forced to reveal something. It costs 1. You paid the 1. You equipped it to your exhausted guy, so it passes back to you.
Okay.
So you've got the ability to reveal and do something, or pass. But whatever you reveal, you've got to be able to pay for, or it dies.
Yeah. Yeah, I messed up on this one. Yeah, I'll go ahead and exhaust my N.
Okay.
And then heal your units 1. Each unit heals this way, has +1 attack. But yeah, just heal 1.
Nice. Hey, you're healing Ann. That's not bad. And healing Ann.
Yeah, that's it. And
All right.
I'll pass it.
All right, so for my turn, I've got 1 scrap left. I'm going to reveal. Pay the 1 scrap for Guppy. You're already familiar with Guppy. And he's got ranged and +3 attack this turn. He's going to deal 5 damage to the general.
Okay, 5.
So how big is the general over there?
7.
Nice. We'll put 5 damage on him, nice and slick.
Okay.
All right, and that's all I've got. So you pass, because you're exhausted and can't do anything else. I pass, since I'm exhausted and can't do anything else. And now we count up our total water in play. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 water in play.
I've got 2, 5, 6, 7, 8.
All right, so I pull 2 water to my side of the board, because that is the difference between it. So I only have 3 more that I have to do. So now we reset the board. Everything switches back to active. Oh, crap, I could have attacked with my tank. I forgot I had that ability. Oh, well, doesn't matter. And then we draw 4 cards, but those 4 go to scrap. Is that right?
Do we draw 12 again?
We draw another 12? I thought it said 4.
If players draw 4 in the draw step, they will have 4 additional scrap each skirmish in the game.
Yep.
Oh, so we're just drawing 4 and putting them right in the scrap?
I think that's what we have to do. Each player reality is all they're exhausted. Each player counts up the water. End of the 3rd round, winner skirmish. First skirmish ends in a draw. Winner skirmish is skirmish. Other than the first ends in a draw, players win. Skirmish is not ended. Begins 6-3. Let's see. We've got... At the first round, players chosen randomly. 1K. First round, 2nd or 3rd skirmish. The player who lost the previous skirmish is a starting player. Note that they get to make this decision after both players place their 8 cards. See 1, 2, 3. The previous skirmish ended in a draw of the starting player. The 2nd or 3rd round skirmish. God damn it, this is the confusing part. We got the first part down.
Yeah.
All right, you'll be the first player here. So action phase, starting player of the round determined the following way. First round, first skirmish, player chosen randomly. If it's the first round of the 2nd or 3rd skirmish, the player who lost the previous skirmish decides who is the starting player. Note that they get to make the decision after both players have placed their 8 cards. See 2, 1, 3. What the hell is 2, 1, 3? 2, 1, 3. All right. Player wins the water token. Player wins if there are no more assets left. End of round 3 in a skirmish. Yes, we've done all of that. All right. Draw. Each player draws 4 cards. Is skipped on the first. Each player places 8 cards from their hand face down in a 2x4. Remaining 4 cards set up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Yeah.
I don't think, because the decks are already small, I don't think we draw another 12. I think we just play with what's already on the board. That's what would make sense, because why would we play another 8 cards? Like, what would that do?
Yeah, but I mean, we have no hand though. We just get 4 more to the
Yeah,
scrap.
there's no hands. We just have more scrap to be able to pay costs and stuff, I thought.
Man, but you don't get any new cards though. I mean,
Yeah, that's kind of weird. That is true.
okay,
Let's
so
see
I'm
what
gonna
we can
read this end
figure
around.
out
So
about
each
that.
player readies all their exhausted cards. Any
Yep.
tactic stays attached. Each player counts up the water. In the player with the larger total pulls water 5-1, equal to the difference in the totals. This may end the skirmish due to the rule. In the end of the third round, the winner of the skirmish is the player who has the water counter on their side of the track. In cases where the central space is 0, then it's a draw. If the first skirmish ends in a draw, the next winner of a skirmish wins the game. Okay, that's weird. If any skirmish other than the first ends in a draw, the player that won the first skirmish wins the game. If all 3 skirmishes ends in draws, the game is declared a draw. If the skirmish is not ended, the next round begins with 6-3. 6-3 is... Okay, the starting action phase. Once both players have completed the play step 2-1-3, the action phase begins. An action phase consists of 3 rounds. The starting player of a round is determined the following way. If it's the first round in the first skirmish, the starting player is the player who's chosen randomly to start 1-4. If the first round of the second or third skirmish, the player who lost the previous skirmish decides who's the starting player. Note that they get to make this decision after both players have placed their 8 cards. See 2-1-3. If the previous skirmish ended in a draw, the starting player will be the one who passed the last round of the preceding skirmish. If
I suppose we might be getting mixed up on what a round in a skirmish is, maybe.
I don't know. If it is the second or third round in any skirmish, the starting player will be the player who passed first in the previous round of this skirmish. Okay, let's go to that 2-1-3 they're talking about. 2-1-3.
Yeah. 1-3 says play. Each player places 8 cards from their hand face down in a 2x4 play area. The remaining 4 cards of each player's hand are added to the player's scrap. We did that on the first one.
Yeah, this doesn't sound like the best rules. Skirmish and round. Okay, the starting player of a round is determined the following way. First skirmish, first round, starting player chosen randomly. Any skirmish, round 2 and 3, starting player, the player who passed first in the previous round. 2 and third skirmish, first round, starting player, player who lost the previous skirmish after players place their 8 cards. I mean, do we place 8 cards again? Okay, but it says second and third skirmish, first round. Skirmish is any kind of fight. Keep track of the number of rounds and the number of skirmishes with 8. Okay, so we're supposed to be keeping track of the rounds and the skirmishes with this deal right here.
Yeah.
On the bottom of the playmat. I'm sure we're in the second round, right?
Yeah, that's what I would think would be the second round, because we did everything that we could do. We paid all of our scrap, and we flipped our characters and such.
Oh, so in skirmishes, we're probably supposed to be bouncing between who goes first and second. So, like, nobody can take the distinctive lead like that or something. I don't know.
Let's see.
I don't know how this Mac is working with the full screen thing.
They said nothing, trash, splash, tactics, yep.
Okay, a game consists of up to 3 skirmishes. The phases of each skirmish are as follows. Draw 4 cards. Skip this during the first skirmish. Play 8 cards. Place unplayed 4 cards in the scrap area. Okay, so right now I'm missing 2 cards on my field. You're missing 2 cards on your field. The first player to win 2 skirmishes wins the game.
And you win a skirmish by checking the water at the end of a round.
Okay, so we're on the second skirmish.
Yep, so now we're going into the second skirmish, which will be when we attack with our characters and stuff. And I guess we have to pay the scrap again to be able to use them?
Oh, but it says 1 skirmish equals 3 rounds.
Game consists of up to 3 skirmishes.
I think what it is we're supposed to be like, I'm supposed to take a turn, you're supposed to take a turn, me, you. And then that's a skirmish.
Well, which is what we did until we had nothing left that we could do. Alright, asset card, trash card. And see, that was the tricky part. I wasn't sure how the back and forth went. I did see the gameplay video. Might have to reference that again real quick. See how that plays out. Come on, Bandai. Bandai Games. Ain't that funny? Alright, it says they updated it 4 months ago. That's cool. Yeah. There's 3 skirmishes to a round is what I just read. A game consists of, 3 skirmishes. Phase of each skirmish are as follows. Draw 4, deploy 8, action phase, cleanup. Yeah, that would make sense. Draw 8, or draw 4, deploy 8.
Yeah, but right here it says draw 4, and then play 8, and then place unplayed 4 cards in the scrap area. I don't know, this ain't the best wording.
Oh, that's what it means. Okay, so the scrap, these cards come back to our hand. Then we draw 4 more. And then we can play 4 and put 4 more?
He timed out for a second. I'm sure he'll be back in a second. Each player draws 4 cards. Each player places 8 cards from their hand face down into the 2x4 play area. The remaining 4 cards in each player's hand are added to the player's scrap. Yeah, this ain't the best wording, I must say. Waiting for him to come back. Oh man, I think there was a thing where I ended the play. So let me stop this thing. Alright, so while we're waiting for ImDoneItsOver to come back, I kind of looked it up on the Bandai like official how to play, and then it pretty much explains it on the last 2 minutes. You're supposed to put all of the cards on the field and everything back into your hand after a skirmish is over. What dictates the end of a skirmish, I'm still not really sure, but yeah, let's look at it.
I pass.
Gonna be taxing on the computer. Yeah, so first to win 2 out of 3 skirmishes wins, or the first person to get the water to 5 wins. And after each skirmish, I believe you're gonna put all cards on your field back to your hand and the scrap back to your hand. Then you're gonna have 4 scrap the first round. First scrap the 4 scrap the first skirmish, 8 scrap the second skirmish, and 12 scrap the third skirmish. Yeah, I got too much running on the computer for this to really work at 1080p, so let's try to move it to 780p. Oh, it worked.
So this ghost is destroyed, which makes the front row empty. And now that triggers a...
And it looks like you can flip a guy and attack with it, and that's only counts as one action from what it looks like from the video.
A forced event called Pursuit, where all of the back row cards are moved up to the front row.
If you have no front row, you got to go into Pursuit, which you got to move all back row to front row, which I think gives the other guy 1 water.
I also pass now, so that's the end of round 2.
It doesn't give the other guy 1 water, but I think you count like you're counting at the end of a round. You count the water up, I think.
This time, my water totals 6, and yours totals 5. So we subtract yours from mine, meaning I pull 1 water. The water counter is now on 5, so even though there's another round left, I win the skirmish. I lost! By the way, winning via water is one victory condition, but you can also win by destroying all of your opponent's cards.
Oh, okay. So what happens now?
Since I've won the first skirmish, I'll be the winner if I win 1 more skirmish. But before we get to...
Okay, skirmish is... The whole skirmish is getting the water to the 5 or destroying all the other guys' cards. Can't take that call right now.
To that, we have to do the last step, cleanup. Return all the used scraps to the scrap area so you can use them again. Then take the cards you played from your play, tactics, and discard area and return them to your hand. Then we can start the next skirmish.
Oh, okay. And we start with the draw phase that we skipped in the first skirmish, right?
Right. First, we each draw 4 additional cards from our decks. Added to the 8 cards we just used in the first skirmish, that gives us a total of 12 cards. We'll use 8 cards again, giving us 4 additional scrap.
I get it. So in the second skirmish, we can use a total of 8 scrap, meaning we can play higher scrap value cards. And if we play a third skirmish, we have another 4 cards for a total of 12 scrap. That would really make things exciting.
Exactly. That said, once you put a card into your scrap area, you can't get it back again, assuming it doesn't have some special effect. That makes it really important for your strategy to consider from the beginning which cards you place into your scrap.
So it's important to keep cards in reserve for the next skirmish, isn't it?
You're right! We'll be holding demo events, and you can buy products early at Gen Con in August 2024. The game officially goes on sale at the end of September 2024. You won't want to miss it.
Alright, so we'll wait for ImDoneItsOver to come back. Hopefully he gets his computer back up and running, but if not, we'll end the vid there, but we'll see. Whoa. Alright, and we're back.
Yeah, I think we got it figured out now.
Okay, cool.
All right, so we did our first
Skirmish.
round of our first skirmish.
Yep.
All right, so everything resets, and we continue to go back and forth with me taking the first turn, since I believe you took the first turn on the first go round.
I think
So
it
we
says
don't
the
do any
loser.
drawing.
I think it says the
don't do
loser
any-
gets to decide who goes first. I think.
Oh, the loser. Oh, well, yeah, that's right. The loser of the last one goes first.
I think
Or
they get to
decides who
decide.
goes first.
Yeah,
And since I have the water at 2, you get to choose to decide who goes first, either you or me.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's probably better to. I guess I'll go first. And then I was looking at the rules. It looks like you get to flip and do an action. That's all one action, I believe, for one guy.
Yep.
So did we do that incorrectly the first?
Initially, yes,
Okay.
but it doesn't really change anything.
Okay, cool. All right, so pretty much it looks like the draw phase is we draw 4, then reclaim all
But we don't
cards on
actually
the
do
field.
that yet. It only, what the difference is that a skirmish ends when somebody gets to 5.
Or
Then
defeats all the water and stuff. Okay.
Yep. So right now I'm at 2. We continue to play on our board until there's no more board left, and then that's where we get our 8. These cards that are all on our board now and in our discard pile come back to our hand, and we draw 4 new. Whatever we put in scrap, we never get back to our hand.
Man,
so
I thought we
able to
do.
clarify.
I thought we do get the scrap back because we reclaim everything to our hand, then we put out 4 new
You
scrap.
reclaim everything but the scrap that you put in there. So anything you set to scrap, you never see again. The top 4 cards replace the scrap that you play. So
Okay.
the 8 cards that we've got on our board and that we've had will be the 8 cards that we continue to play with plus 4 additional until somebody wins 2 out of 3 skirmishes.
Yep, I put all the wrong cards into my scrap. Okay.
You want to know what? So did I. So, yeah. Yeah, I completely misread that too, so we're going to have to be careful with our next draws.
Oh, yeah.
But, yeah, we don't reset our scrap or anything. We just continue to move and take actions with our units to be able to do stuff.
Okay.
So, basically, with what my board is here, I could reveal my face downs, and since I can't pay them, they would go to the discard pile. But it still counts as one of 2 actions. The reason I would do that would be to give zones for my characters to move into. Same with your guys. So we won't be able to play anything more, but we're going to continue to battle back and forth with what we already have in play until one of us has all the water or the boards are completely diminished. You understand that?
Okay. Oh, yeah. All right.
Okay.
So
So you
right
did
now,
lose technically the first part of that because I had the 2.
okay.
And that's because we were exhausted and did everything that we could do. So now we go back to the next round. So this will be round 2 of skirmish 1.
Yep. All right. All right. So I'm going
So we are going
first.
round 2 of skirmish 1. That was 1 and 2. All right. So that means we reset everything, and you decide who's going to go first.
I'll go first.
And that's another thing we may have done possibly wrong. When you attack, you can only attack one of the 3 zones directly in front of. So there's always going to be one zone that you can't actually hit.
Or 2, like if
Like
you're on the hole, or 2, like if you're at the end or whatever, the edge, the corner.
Yeah. So with my pike, he can only attack directly in front of him or directly over here. This tank here can attack here, here, and here.
Yep,
So,
like
so on and
Mythgard.
so forth. So something over here can't touch anything over there.
Yep, like Mythgard, if you ever played Mythgard.
I'm familiar with it. Yep.
Oh, yeah, go straight like Mythgard. So the unit has exile, armor piercing, plus 1 attack. So 4.
So yeah, you're a freaking general guy. He's got armor piercing, which means he can go after either one of my 2 tanks, which have armor 1, and it's like the armor doesn't even count.
Yeah. 5.
So basically, any of the guys we reveal now, since we can't pay for them unless they're 0 costers, don't really matter.
And that pike is a 2 health.
Yes, Pike has got 2 health.
Okay. Normally you gotta attack then move, right?
You can move and attack, or attack and then move. Yep.
But agile, this unit may both move and attack in either order. So, yeah, we'll figure that out in a second. But
Yep.
probably
When you
move
choose,
and attack.
a character, the character becomes exhausted. And then you can move and you can attack with it, whatever the case may be. It's not just exhausting to attack. It's whenever you're choosing to use it, it becomes exhausted. Then you can do whatever you're going to do with it.
Okay, so then the attack then move must be the unnatural thing.
Yep.
All right.
Because usually you would attack and then you could both move and attack. So usually you would move and then attack, but with cards like Agile, they can attack and then move away, kind of thing.
All right, so what I'll go ahead and do is go ahead and swing Row. Oh, that's unclean. All right, I'll go ahead and swing Row. And
yeah, this tank needs 3 more damage on it to kill it.
First, I'll tap in. That's like a free action. Exhausted.
Yep.
Heal your units for 1. So
okay.
That's 4. That's 3. And then each unit heals this way has +2 attack this turn. So I'll just grab a 2 right here.
That's pretty good.
All right, so that's a 3. That's a 6 armor piercing.
Okay.
Guess I'll put that into that unhurt tank.
Unhurt? Alright, so that'll smoke that tank.
Alright, and then I guess since it's agile, I'll go ahead and move that to the back row.
Ooh, that's clever. Very good.
Right.
Interesting.
Now, I think that's only 1 action actually. Right?
Yeah, you attacked and then you move, so that's 2 actions.
I think the move is like not an action though.
Consult the paperwork again since you had that pulled up. I lost track of that when my internet went down.
Okay.
But I think move is considered an action. I'm not.
Action phase 2-1-4. 6-1 is action phase. Okay, action phase. Once both players have completed the play step, in action phase, the starting player of a round in the first action, first player. Subsequent turns consist of 2 actions. Pass. Let's just get the sheet. I hate this.
Yeah, it doesn't make it super duper clear, but it is. Actions consist of start a round, player. Let's see what the move says.
Okay.
No.
If it is face down, turn it up or trash it. Trashing a card. A player may choose to neither move nor attack if you pay the.
Yeah, if you pay the scrap cost, you may use an activated effect on the card, after which you may either move or attack with it. A player must choose to either move. A player may choose neither move or attack. If the card is a location, it cannot move.
Yeah, so it's saying the moving doesn't eat up an action. It's saying it sounded like. Or?
No, it says the actions that one can take during the action step is an activated effect, or the flipping stuff. You have an attack action, a move action, pursuit, and moving. To move a card, select a slot. The slot is unoccupied. The card there swaps location with the moving card. All right, so you have the attack action, the move action, pursuit. When a player's front row, that's neighbor, and then effects. So you have actions, move or, you can move or attack as an action.
Yeah. All right, so you're thinking like the move is a separate action.
Yep.
Okay. Actions. Attack, yeah. All right, so with that, I guess I'll pass the turn.
Alright, with me.
Yeah.
Now that you've got a targetable unit, she's got stealth, which means I can't do anything to her directly, huh?
I'm looking at this. Man, I'm thinking actually screw that move. Because this chick is just out here about to die.
Actually, she's kind of protected because there's not another. What's her stealth actually say?
So stealth says a unit with stealth can't be targeted by an attack unless there are no legal targets without stealth. Yeah, but I mean this guy doesn't have stealth. But I mean you can still hit my front row and the back row.
Yeah, without stealth. He's a guy that does not have stealth. So if you move him to the back row, all I can do is shoot at him, trying to kill him.
Yeah.
Because he's a valid target.
Mm-hmm.
Or I could attempt to attack your face down card, which would just end in nothing, really.
Yeah. Screw it. I'll just leave him there. Back row.
Alright, so I'm going to use my Guppy to attack the General Gao for 2.
Okay. Puts him up to 6.
Alright, that's all I'm going to do.
You just wanted to do the 1 action, not 2?
Yep.
Okay. Guess I'll swing Princess Anne. Oh, I would have to move her. Right. Yeah.
Yep.
I'd have to move her. Alright, so you can move 1.
Yep. Then you can choose to attack if you want to.
Okay, 1 action move, 2nd action. I guess I'll hit the tank. Tank doesn't have counterattack. No.
Mm-mm.
Tank has armor. Okay, so that'll be
yeah. How much attack is she now?
4 attack minus the 1, so 3.
4 attack minus the 1. That's enough to kill the tank.
Okay.
It only needed 3. Alrighty. We will have Guppy attack and kill the General Gao, I guess.
Okay.
For another 2 damage with ranged.
He did. Right? And
Yep. Now you're all tapped out, so there's not much you can do unless you want to flip something, and that's a 0 coster.
No.
Or flip and discard it.
Yep, I'll pass.
Alright, you're just going to pass then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I am going to have Pike deal 1 damage to Anne.
Okay. Kind of move that. She's not going to attack anymore. So she's back on 4. 4 of 6 damage.
Alright, so we're all done there. Now we can, since you're all tapped out, I'm all tapped out, we count up our waters, and I've got 1, 2, 3, 6 water in play.
I've got 6 as well.
Alright, so nothing moves. That's fine. So we reset the board. And we go on to round 3 of Skirmish 1. And currently I am still winning at 2 water.
Okay. So.
Alright, so it's up to you to decide who goes first.
I'm guessing I will go first.
Okay.
Right.
And you really just have Princess Anne you can do anything with, and she can only really swing at Pike.
Yep. And then I'll force a pursuit once that guy's knocked
Yep.
out. Again.
Everything would be moved up. Yep.
Yeah. Alright. And Pike is a 3 health or 2 health?
Yep. He's a 2 health.
2 health. Alright. Yeah, I better use tap and exhaust in. Each unit heals this way gets +2 attack. Heal for 1. Free action there. And then I better head move, I suppose. Move for action 1. And then
Nice.
swing for 2. And then
Alright.
she has +2
So that'll
attack.
kill
again.
Pike.
Yep. And then-
Alright, and that forces the pursuit of everything moving up. which is fine for me. So my turn. Now that my guppies are in the front row, General RA's ability, units in front row, I +1 attack. So we will do... So your Ann's in the center, so that's pretty good. So if my line is right there... And so only one of my guppies. So I'm going to have to move this guppy, and then I can attack with guppy 3 on your Ann.
Whoa. 3 on my end. Yeah, that kills Ann.
All right, and since there's nothing more you can do on the board, we can tabulate. I've got 1, 2, 5 on board. You've got how much?
3.
3, so that's a difference of 2. So that means I win skirmish 1. We now go on to skirmish 2, round 1.
And you got how much for that one? 2 water, right?
Yep.
Take you to 4. Okay. Yeah, the game ends when you hit 5.
5 instant win, like it could have been. It was just at the end of the round, there wasn't anything we can do. So now we take our discard pile and everything on the field, including those that have not been revealed, add them back to our hand, and draw 4 new cards from our deck.
But you leave the scrap there. Okay.
Yep, the scrap always stays, but we reset our scrap as well. So we have our 4 unused scrap for the next couple of rounds.
Okay, so you
and
won
now
the
we put down
first
8 cards.
You won the first skirmish, or how does that, or you won?
Yes, I won skirmish 1 by having the most water. Now it resets to 0, I believe.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, is it? Doesn't the water stay where it's at, or?
It only stays up for the skirmishes. We have to win 3 skirmishes by whoever collects the most water. Or you have to win 2 of 3 skirmishes.
Yeah, so you won 1. Okay.
Yep.
2, 3, 4, 5.
We are going to do...
Draw 4.
That. 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 You, and you. All right.
Scrap these.
So I add these extra 4, so now we have 8 scrap. Beautiful. Now this is where things start to get interesting, I hear.
Yeah.
Nobody, go back in the room. Go on.
Cool.
Let me finish what I'm doing here.
Right, ready spaghetti.
All right. So, I won the last skirmish. Now we decide a new winner, or a new leader of the round. So we'll roll again. I rolled a 2.
Got a 4.
Okay, so it's up to you.
I'll go first.
You get 1 action, but revealing the card is not an action. Only moving and attacking are considered actions. On a reveal, you pay the scrap cost, and you can immediately activate any of its abilities.
Okay. Oh, I have 8 scrap. All right. I'll reveal General Rao. No counter attack on reveal. Spin 2.
Okay.
And then I'll swing on. Man, how do I say this? 1, 2, 3. I'll swing on 4, the furthest from your dice pool. Yeah.
This one?
Yep.
All right, so your general is right there to be able to swing on this guy here. Right? And that'll be a tank, and I will pay the 1.
Well, why is it always the tank? All right, so 3.
Yeah, tank is reduced damage dealt by 1.
Mm-hmm.
So General Rao is doing how much?
2 damage.
2 damage to it?
Yep.
Minus 1, so it'll be doing 1 damage to it?
Oh, it's doing a 3 minus 2, so 2.
Oh, 3 minus 1. All right, so he does 2 total. So 2 damage on tank. But your guy is exhausted, mine is not, so that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I can look at what I've got. You've done your 2 actions now.
Man, you ever do TTS?
Do what?
I said, you ever do a tabletop simulator?
Rarely. I'm very confused by that whole thing. I do have it, but I don't really know how to utilize it properly, I suppose.
Yeah, like it's very intimidating. I had to mess with it a bunch to be able to be semi-competent. Yeah.
All right, so first I am going to flip for 0 and reveal Pike's sketch. It is a tactic, and it'll go over here. Ongoing. Ready enemies take 2 extra damage when attacked. So this is what we are going to do with tank. For action number 1, we are going to attack with tank to the guy next to your general. On this, let's do directly in front of. So that would be the guy at your end. So I can either attack general or the card that's at the end of your board by your water track, because it being in the end.
Okay.
No, the other side. Other one next to the general.
Okay.
Yep. And then that flips. You choose to pay the cost if you want. And
Okay.
if you do, I will be doing 5 damage to that unit as it is still ready.
5, you say?
Yep. But you still have to pay the scrap if you want to play that card.
Yeah, let's do it. All right. Take the 5.
Yep. All right, and that will be my turn. I played the revealed and played tactic for 1, and the tank attacked for the second action.
Okay. I will play another Rao, General Rao, for 2.
Ooh. Another general. Ooh.
Another General 2, roll 2, and
Okay.
2. Yep, and with that, I'll swing 3 on your front row closest to, closest to tank.
All right, so this one.
Yep.
All right, we will flip up another tank, but this is tank 101 instead of tank 01 or 02. We will pay 2 scrap for him. And tank 01 says it's got ranged, so it can attack any opponent on any side. It's got counterattack. When this unit is attacked, if it is not defeated, its attack back to the opponent unit. That attacking card must also be a legitimate target. And armor 1. He's a 3/6.
Okay. All right. Well, good thing general is on reveal, takes no counter damage.
All right, so that's pretty good. So how much damage does he do? 4?
Just 3.
Just 3.
Natural 3. Yeah.
3. Yep, 3 minus the armor, so 2 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that one has a 4 butt or what?
That one's a 6.
6. Okay.
So you need to do 4 damage to that, 3 damage to this one.
Okay.
All right, so what I am going to do now for my turn is... So you revealed and you attacked with that. You do still have something that you can do, right? Because you revealed, you attacked. That's 1 action. Because revealing doesn't count. So you could technically reveal and attack with something else as a 2nd action if you wanted to.
Good looking. Yeah, I guess I'll swing Simit for 2 into your man, these sides. Okay. Man, and there's no swapping, is there? Huh? I guess not.
You can move, yes. That would be a move action, but that would take your action. You won't be able to attack with it.
But I mean, if I've got every slot occupied, I can still swap them. Do you know?
Yeah, you can just swap them.
Okay.
So if you want to use that guy to move him, you can go right ahead and do that.
And I guess it's probably better to just go ahead and I'll swing the Simit into your tank 102. Oh, but that's only 1 damage though.
Yep.
The armor.
Yeah.
Man, so I guess the strat is to you know what, not that. I guess the strat is to hold on to your scrap, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, I'll flip a young Anne for 0. She has stealth.
Okay. She got stealth, so I can't target her. Okay.
Yeah. And then for her action, I'll tap her to heal the unit for 1. Bring this guy back down to 4.
Not bad.
Right.
All right. For my first action, I am going to flip general. Well, let's see. Flipping doesn't take an action. So we are going to flip the general RA tank driver. It says ongoing. My bots have +1 attack. So all my tanks are obviously bots. So that's a flip, not an action.
Okay.
First action is going to be with my tank. With range, this unit can attack any asset on the opponent's side. I will have this tank at a 4 attack your back row next to that Anne you just flipped up.
Okay.
So you flip it, choose to pay the cost if you want to.
I'll,
and then it will be taking 6 total damage.
Well, I guess that's pretty much not worth it. Yeah, I guess I'll not pay that.
Okay, so that'll just immediately be discarded. And action of the tank. Okay, so that's 1 action.
Man, and the tank has 3 natural damage, right?
3 natural plus 1 from my tank driver, making it 4. And because I was attacking a readied character with my asset over here, it gets plus 2 damage.
Okay. Tank driver just says all bots get +1,
Yeah,
right?
all bots have plus 1 attack.
Okay. Right.
So then I am going to, for second action, flip and pay for tank 102. And we will have tank 102 attack your readied card in the front row. Your face down ready in the front row for 6 damage.
Okay, how does it work if it's a stealth card?
Well, it would no longer be a viable target because you have other things that could be a viable target. So you would pay the cost, keep your guy, and I don't think I do anything to it.
You know, I guess you would just have to attack the taunter, I guess, or how does that go? Oh, but I guess you can't reach the taunter, or...
Let's see. This guy here can attack that Anne or any of your 2 generals, but that's really about it.
Okay.
He declared the attack on your face down. Your face down flipped. It was a stealth character, so it avoided my attack, basically. So I wasted the attack step.
Okay. Wild. Right. You got how much scrap left? 3?
I've got 3 scrap.
Okay. I got 2.
And my front rows are
Tap.
4, 5, because of my general Gao. This is also a 5, and this is a 5. Because bot and my general.
Okay.
Only one has counterattack, though. That's the one in the center.
Oh crap. Man, I think tactics stay on the field between. No, they sure don't.
Well, my tactic over here is an ongoing tactic. So for the remainder of this round, anything I attack that's ready will take 2 additional damage. So the trick I'm trying to pull is to use my range characters to force you to pay on your turn units you might not like or might not want, and otherwise do a lot of damage to them.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm gonna go assistance for 0. So it's a tactic, but I've been putting them as equips. But I should put it in the tactics area.
They're equips.
Well, yeah, I guess it says attached, yeah. But then they have a tactics area, which is weird, but yeah. All right, so attach this tactic, which you would think it would go to the tactics area too. But a chosen unit has agile, may attack and move and crap, and then armor piercing.
Oh, armor piercer, crap.
And gets +1 attack. And I'll go ahead and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Five. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and tap my and leader.
Okay.
Heal your units for 1. Oh, that doesn't
Sure.
work. That doesn't work. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Yeah, so that's 1 action.
Yep, 1 action is revealing and then equipping your tactic. You got 1 more action you can pull.
3. And that
And
tank 10.
luckily your Anne being where she is can only attack my tank here. So
Okay.
that's good.
Tank 102 has 5 health, right?
This current tank 102 has 5 health with armor 1, but you've got armor piercing because of that equipped.
Yeah, 3. And you know what? Let's dang it, that guy. 2, 4, 4 into 3. Yeah. All right. So I'll tap Simit
Okay.
and tap my leader in.
Sure.
To deal heal 1 for this guy, so it goes down to a 3.
Yep.
And then
Makes sense.
buffs his attack to 2 more,
Okay.
so that's 4. 4 onto the tank 102 with damage on it.
Tank 102 with damage for 4.
Yep,
So that'll mean it does 3, and that'll kill it. Not bad, not bad.
Man,
Okay.
I know those rangers are out there.
Yeah, the range is going to be a problem, for sure. So this is what we can do. We are going to flip Guppy for 1. Then Guppy is going to attack. His reveal is +3 attack, so Guppy is going to do 5 damage to... How much damage does that thing that just attacked me need?
Needs 4.
It needs 4 more damage.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I will do 5 damage to that and kill it.
Okay. Out of here.
Then I will do... let's do second action. Reveal second Guppy. I have Guppy, the second Guppy attack for 5 on the your back row. That's your face up back row.
And that's 5 damage.
It's going to do 5, 6, 7 if you decide to keep it. Because he's attacking a readied character.
I suppose I'll pay the 0 and then it does. Yeah.
Okie doke. So that'll be my 2 turns. Now passes to you. You still have an Anne that's ready and can do something, or you can pass, and it would go to me to do whatever.
Okay. Man, I'm trying to think. Is this a 3-ofs game as well? It's got to be a 3-ofs game. No, some of them have 4. Some of them have 4.
No, some of them are 1s and some of them are 2s, as in card copies.
No, but I think some of them are 4 in the deck. I think.
It might be. I haven't gotten that much into it.
Yeah, so wouldn't make sense not to swing 3 on. Oh, all I can really do is move. No. Okay, yeah, I'll do a 3 on tank 102.
Okay. And since she is evasive there, that's fine. It'll actually do 3 damage. That's perfect. All right, so I can do... I will move General, and then I will attack with General to one of your General guys. Since I can hit either of them, let's do the one that has nothing by... the one that has nothing on it. Yep, right there.
Neither of them. Neither of them have anything on it.
Oh, the one that doesn't have an empty
neighbor.
side there. Yep, that guy.
It's 1 damage, right?
All right. Yep.
Okay.
And that'll be the end of my round as well. We'll both pass. So now we calculate up our water and see what we got.
And like you do know, you have you got a face down set guy, right?
I do, but I'm not gonna choose to use it or anything right now. I still have 1 thing over here.
Okay, I got 9 water.
You've got 9. I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. So that's me, and I pull for 2.
Okay.
All right, now everything readies. And you decide who goes first.
That tank, does it have range?
The tank in my back row has range. This first one does not. So I've got 3 units in my back row that have ranged, and the only way you can touch those is if you kill my first 2 guys. That would force the pursuit.
Okay. And that new guy in the front row, that guy has a 5 health or?
Yep, 5 health.
5 health.
So basically, before I can touch either of your ants, I've got to kill both your 7 health gals.
Yeah. Man. Yeah. First or second? First or second? Yeah, let me go first since you got the crap card. All right. 3. That guy needs to. Yeah. Let me go ahead and take out the tank 102.
Okay.
And then, yep, there's 1 action. Yep.
And what's your second action?
Oh, I thought the first in the round only gets 1 action.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You only get 1. That's right. Yep, my bad.
Okay.
All right. So, for my first action, I am going to range attack your standing gal for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yep, that's a 1-hitter quarter either way. Nicely done.
And now we are going to do Guppy's range for 2 on your rested gal.
Okay. Right.
All right, your turn.
Right. Man, you one-hitter quittered that whole... Right? Yeah.
Yeah, because my tank is a bot, so it gets +1 from my general's tank over.
Yeah.
So that is a 3, 4, 5, 6, because the Gao was standing, and you already had a damage on him.
Yeah. Crazy.
So 7 damage, wipe the board.
Crazy. All right. Um... Mm. And you can only move one adjacent spot, right?
Yep. Adjacent is next to, diagonal. Like you can move this way, or sideways.
Yeah. Mm. All right, we'll just do the and effects. Ah, that sucks.
Okay.
Nah, not doing the and effect.
Didn't you already do the an effect to heal? Oh yeah, last turn. Yeah, that was last round.
Yeah.
Yep, so we are in round 2 of skirmish. 2. Got it. Yep. Yep, so you can still do and to do something, to heal whatever.
3. Got a lot of stuff. Could move this here. That would suck. Yeah, I'll put all my freaking tactics in the scrap. Sucks.
But hey, at least my tactic that's still active can't target anything until I deal with your 7 Gao. And I don't have enough attack on the board to be able to do that.
True. Moving you would be a stupid move. Healing is stupid. Yeah, this end, she leaves a lot to be desired, this leader.
Well, healing's pretty good, especially, does it say the things that you heal give +2?
Yeah, because you gotta heal them, but if they're stealth, then you can't be attacked.
If they're stealth, I can't touch it. That's right.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Alright, so your little girl can't do much of anything either. Alright.
Yeah.
So that's helpful.
And you know what? I'll just move her for one thing. And then, second thing... go ahead and swing 2 into that front row. Oh, 3
Swing
into
2
the front.
damage.
3 on the front
3
row
total?
because of
All
the
right.
equipment. And then and then that'll be that. Well, yeah, I might as well. Yeah, that'll be that. Yeah.
Okay. So my first action is going to be to swing with that Gao for 2 damage on your general Gao that's rested.
Okay.
And then second will be Guppy.
And how to get the extra damage thing on him?
Because he's in the front row and my general Ari, units in my front row get +1 attack.
Oh, yeah, that's sick. Okay, I forgot
And then
about
Guppy will use ranged for 2 on that same Gao.
that. Range for 2. 6. Okay. All right. Only thing I can do is just
nothing more I can do.
All right, I'll tap and heal 1. So what was that? 5? Yeah, 5.
Yep.
All right. So we're next round.
Yep. Now we will count how much water we've got. I've got 2, 4, 6, 9 in play.
I got 2, 4, 7.
7. All right. So that's another 2 on up for me. And now we go into round 3 of skirmish 2 by setting our characters back to ready. All right, it's up to you. You lost. It's your decision.
I'll go first. Go first.
Okay.
I'll just guy. Swing with N on that general right there, the front row.
Yeah, that's a smart move. Clear the Gao and force everybody to move up. Okay. Now for my action. General Gao needs how much damage? 2 more damage to be rid of him?
2.
Okay, can attack any asset on the opponent's side. So, these guys are there. So this Guppy is going to put that 2 damage, technically 3 damage, on your General Gao.
Okay. Yep, he did.
Okay. And now your Anne that's got all of that the equipment on her in the front row. How big is she?
6 but.
She's a 6 and she's tapped out. All right. How much is the one in the back row?
5 but.
Interesting. All right. So my tank will use ranged. So it's in the front row. So it gets +1 by this Gao. So it's a 4. 5, 6, and it will attack your back row. Your back row, and since both of them have stealth, they are now both legal targets.
Okay.
But because she's still standing, she's unexhausted or whatever, I gain +2 extra damage.
Right, and that's 6, right?
Yep. So I did 6 damage to her. She only had 5.
Yep, she did. All right.
And there's nothing more you can do, so that would end that round. And I took the second skirmish, winning the game.
GG's. Man, look at all my script.
It was a little bit confusing.
Yeah, man, we got it though.
Yeah.
On my teamwork, I just hastily put stuff in the script. Neighbors of the chosen unit have +2 attack.
Yeah, I made some scrapyard early errors as well.
What's in
but
your
my second
scrap?
time I did much better.
Okay, what's
Like
in your
I threw
script?
this Papa and Tank 101 in there. So yeah, it was stuff that could have very much helped.
Yeah, my best.
I also
card
had the
in
flying tank that would have been really great in the later rounds. Armor 2, so reduced by 2. Activate, you may spend 2 scrap. If you do, this unit has splash 6 and range.
Yep, and what do you got to do for that?
This is the flying tank from the anime. For the active, it costs 2 scrap to play. It's got armor 2 with only 4 HP, so you have to do 6 damage to it to kill it. Activate, I can pay 2 scrap. If I do, this unit has splash 6. When this unit attacks a target, it also deals 6 damage to target's neighbors and range. So this thing can attack anywhere and deal 6 damage to anything around whatever its target is.
No, yeah, that's ridiculous.
And this unit can attack any asset on either side each turn. After attacking, this unit gets turned face down.
Okay.
So the kind of cool part about this one is it only does 2 innate damage, but the splash damage is what's the killer.
Yeah.
And it keeps going face down. So it keeps coming back up, going down, up and down to be able to activate that active ability.
Yeah. And that was in the script?
Yep, that was some of my first 4.
Oh, yeah. That's
And then Papa of the Swimmers, he's an ongoing. This unit has 1 attack for each other face-up swimmers in your play area. So if I had Papa with all, those 2, he'll be swinging at a 4. So that could have been a pretty decent powerhouse as well. And then another Tank 101, which has got the counterattack and ranged, which counterattack didn't come into play much because of what you already had. And then I had this 2-cost General RA down, and it's an activate, deal 1 damage to all face-up enemy units. My only way around stealth, I would assume.
Splash you're talking about?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that was actually pretty cool, once we got the ebb and flow of it.
Oh, yeah. And what do you think about those rules on that rule sheet?
On the back of the listening, it doesn't make it too clear, definitely watch the tutorial video if you want to play this.
Definitely.
Bandai's got a tutorial video up. Look it up, and it'll help give you the ebb and flow of the gameplay.
Definitely.
Just reading the paperwork, very confusing.
Right. Good game. Glad we got to play.
Yeah, me too, and it actually did work over webcam. We'll have to do this one again sometime.
Oh, yeah. Man, I wish I had more availability, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. Whenever you're available, you just let me know, man. We can hop on.
Cool, cool. All right, man. I need to do my Christmas shopping and crap, so.
All right, I'll let you get back to that, and you have yourself a great night.
All right,
YouTube, this is SandLand, it's over, signing off.
Later, Gators.